Well, hello everybody. We're going to be doing something a bit more chill today. The science update has dropped. So we are finally going to be jumping back into KSP 2. So, if we look at the single player menu and start anew, we have exploration mode, which is technically science mode. So let's give it a go. Difficulty normal. They've also enabled heat as well. Here we go. Part overheating. Oh look, heat scaling. I always thought that KSP 1 was a bit too forgiving with heat. But, I'm going to take out stock vessels. I want to build my own. Allow revert a quick load just to be easier on myself. Tolerance distance for docking 150%. Probes require signal for control. Yes. Starting science points. Science for war. Oh! You could put it in real hard mode if you want to. Right, let's call this. I'm going to be very original. Woodee Science number 1. What should we call our agency name? The Woodstock Space Agency. Space Program. No, that matches the name of the game. Agency. We'll keep it as agency. Space Agency. Now I wonder. Oh look, they've got the thing from before. I wonder if you can have your own. Let's check if there's anything in documents. That we might be able to upload into. Don't see anything. Although, what's the name of the company that makes this? I forget. It's not Private Division anymore, is it? No, I'm not seeing anything in there. Let's check the Steam folder to see. Data, streaming assets, resources, no. Plugins. Nope. No, can't see anything to change that. Right, agency colours. Let's have a nice blue and purple. Set. Cadet orientation. I guess that just means tutorials and stuff. Right. Well, give it a go. I mean, I'm hoping. Apparently, when I read some things about this new patch, some of the bugs that stopped me playing the first time have been resolved. Ooh.
Your new space program, leaping forward into the cosmos. Since the dawn of Kerbal kind, we have looked to the sky and wondered what sublime mysteries lie hidden in the darkness, like jewels never beheld. These untold treasures may soon reveal themselves due to the efforts of recently founded Kerbal Space.
Oh my! I think that might have been the only copy of the orientation film. Hold on! Slides, somewhere! Welcome to your first day running the Kerbal Space Program. This campus hosts the greatest ever gathering of astronomers, astronauts, and engineers. After years of focused effort, this collection of geniuses has created several very impressive buildings. We believe we have all the necessary pieces to take our first steps off the ground. The best way to advance our technologies further is to get up there and learn by doing. All we need now is somebody to show us how to put all these parts together. Well, we also need somebody to help us out with the flying. We need a lot of help, actually. That's why you're here. My name is Paige, by the way. If you need any hints, feel free to visit me over at the training center. Everything in there is well padded, so it's a great place to get up and running. Welcome aboard!
Wow, there you go. Running Girls by this program has everything you need to turn a fledgling space program into stuff of legends. Are you playing exploration mode? Be sure to visit Mission Control. Completing missions is one way to earn science, which will let you purchase technologies in the R&D center. If you want to start building right away, vehicle assembly building is where you want to be. Our engineers have created a training program that will guide you through the building and flying a very first rocket. You can go through these lessons here at the training center. So there's the VAB. There's the launch pad. There's R&D. And there's the tracking center. There's the runway. There's runway 2. Let's have a look at R&D. So this is the tech tree. This is research and development center. You can spend the science you earn through missions and experiments to research new parts to build even cooler vehicles. If you are a fan of bigger and better engines, focus on parts near the top of the tree. Okie dokie. Okie dokie. No, that's not what I want to do. Not really. I suppose that's the main menu thing now. Okay, training center, tracker says mission control. Right. Here's my mission. Time to launch Kerbal Space Program, the inaugural vessel, a full functional rocket. Launch a rocket from Kerbin and achieve an altitude of at least 10 kilometers. I'm going to get 25 science. Back in the mission control, between you and me, Kerry is a mission fanatic. Kerry will automatically accept all missions, which leaves you to decide when and how you complete them. She's already got a mission for you. Select the mission in the mission log to see the objective. Mission tracked. Okie dokie. Want for more information about click mission brief. If you select track mission, then you can use the mission tracker app in flight to see the status of your objective. You can track as many missions as you want. Once you're all clear what to do, go to the vehicle assembly building. Okay. Okie dokie. If you want some practice, go to the training centre. Gotcha. Now that we have a director, it's time to build and launch Brackenham's inaugural vessel. First mission, the objective is to launch a rocket from Kerbin and achieve an altitude of 10,000 meters. Over and out. Feel free to track your mission. Okie dokie. Let's go to the VAB. Welcome to the Vehicle Assembly Building, or VAB. This is where you assemble vehicles. This is the part picker. You have places. You take pieces from the picker and place them in your workspace. Good starting rocket has a command pod, an engine, and a fuel tank holding the fuel engine needs. You can view the parts by category. You can also search parts by and sort parts by default. Parts are sorted by type. If you have a part you use often, you can add it to your favourites by clicking the middle mouse button. You can cut several assemblies or sections of your vehicles at the same time. The assembly marked with the green icon in your launch assembly is what goes out the door when you select launch. Okay. Use the engineer's report. You can't see the icons on the bottom, can you? No. Use the engineer's report to see how your vehicle will perform. It will give you useful stats and a list of potential problems. For example, you can use engineer's report to see if you have a thrust weight ratio over 1, which means your rocket will actually leave the launch pad. Over here is the trip planner. Use it to plot a destination and ensure your vehicle has the ability to get there. Once you're ready to fly, select the launch button. As long as the vehicle fits completely within the VAB, it will move out to your chosen launch location. Training centre teaches you everything, blah blah blah. We know that. Okay. Right, so 10,000. 10,000, you say. So, we don't need an awful lot. We need to put a decoupler there. Parachute on the top. I mean, we could put 2 of those on. Okay. Plus, we're going to move the staging, so it's going to fire the engine. We're going to decouple that, and then we're going to launch the you can even have little wings as well. Little wings, how about that? Whoop. It's cute. I mean, how many should I put on there? How to go up and down? I want to go up and down the rocket. Middle mouse button, okay. So what's this then? What's control? Oh look! Ooh! Hey! Wing angle. Tip length. No, we don't want that. Tip thickness. Right. Wing span. That's cool. Right, so how do we move? There we go. They look rather cool. Don't you think? So my engineer's report. Command modern is missing a heat shield. May not survive curbing re-entry. We don't actually have a heat shield. I mean, hopefully we're not going to be going up to too high. So Right. Let's launch this baby. Here are a few pointers. The element is your flight cluster. It contains all the information, controls and information. Yes. You can speed up or pause time. Yes, we know that. This is your staging stack. Yes, we know that too. If you'd like to learn to fly, yes, yes, yes. Okay. It's already 100% throttle, so we've already got SAS on. And we only have to get up to 10,000 meters. Well, right, so is that automatically going too high? I'm hoping. It's lucky we didn't go out the atmosphere, but I'm hoping that we're not going to get caught with heat on the way back. Right, let's go retrograde. And we'll let the engine take the brunt of the heat. It would be nice to actually have more information. So thankfully we didn't encounter any problems with heat coming into the atmosphere. Oh shit, now we are. was supposed to happen. I mean, the engine fell off. Okay, that was interesting. Right, do I have to go back to the mission control? Submit my report. Thrilling work on the launch pad. Reporter passed out because of all the excitement. Then again, it could have been the rocket fumes. They asked all about you, but I just said no comment. No comment. I think the joke went over their heads. Anyway, you're off to a great start. After our debrief, submit your science report and earn some science. And don't forget to swing by the R&D centre to see what parts are available. Folks in R&D, new idea for some cool advancements and a little bit of science can make ideas real. When you're done unlocking new technologies, return here for your next mission. Thanks! Science. You've earned enough science to develop new technology. When you're ready, head over to R&D. Well, how about that? I came in like a wrecking ball. Okay, so we got that. How much we got left? So we got 10 left. So solid rocket boosters. Favorite smaller. Designed to complete. Probes. Batteries. Solar panels. I mean, we could try putting a probe up in the... Right, mission control. Do they have another mission for me? Out of the atmosphere. Someone left an honest note. Launch. That our launch wasn't a success. Let's make it undeniable. Launch rocket from government, achieve an altitude of 70 kilometers. Track mission. Okay, I reckon. So here's the thing. How do we come back into the atmosphere? I probably need to do this because survivability is going to be heat shields. Okay. Right, okay. Small reaction on wheels. Do. Right, we don't want to land with that. Oh, we got radial decouplers as well. Right. So, swivel or reliant? The swivel gives us more control. Less thrust, but it gives us more control. Radial decoupler. Let's just have 2. Can we put 4 of those on? Right, fuel tanks. That's not quite what I had in mind, game. I wanted to put it on the decoupler. That doesn't make any sense, does it? Okay. And you want to put those at the bottom there. Right, I want to move this whole section up so we're level with the bottom. Not quite, but oh, we can put some nipples on it. Right, so we want to start all the engines at the same time. We want to decouple that. Right, which way are we going out the door? Don't know. Are we going to be going up sideways? Okay. Yeah, I did get it right. Okay. Right. 70,000. So let's put it on 50. You can actually hear the wind. I should have swiveled round the fuel tanks and not the command pod. Well, we're gonna get to 70,000. but only just. Out of electric charge. Oh, we didn't put bloody solar panels on it. Oh crap. Does that mean that we can't move the vehicle because it can't recharge itself? Did we didn't get solar panels. Did we? It's either that or it's just going to be very, very slow. Oh, it does move. No. Oh, here we go. So we can... Now, I don't know. Shoot safety, none. How do I know when it's gonna deploy mode safe? It's gonna deploy at 1,000 meters. I'm scared. Ooh, that came in a bit faster than I thought it was going to. I'd like to deploy it a bit earlier, to be honest, just to... Well, we're gonna have to wait until we can generate some power. But we completed a mission, so gives us some science. Splosh! Can I EVA? Am I allowed to EVA yet? Now insert your vehicle. Extra vehicle activity. You can move them. Okay. How do we let go? Splosh! Run crew observation. Okay. How about a surface scan? It's water. Okay. Boarded vessel added research reports. Okay. Recover vessel. And all that delicious science. Got 37. Right, so we got heat shields. That makes me feel a bit more comfortable. So we can do 15. That'd be 25. So what's this? Adjustable tubes. Structural panels. Beams. A bicoupler. A fuselage. Oh, I want solar panels, and I want heat. Suppose we should collect our. Oh, more science. Oh hi, you're already back. Not only did you achieve the objective, but you did so with minimal explosions. Take that, Jeb. That's right. Turns out our new intern snuck the mean sticky note into our break room on his behalf. Jeb's been wanting to press our big shiny thanks science button ever since he heard it would be dangerous for someone with no button training. Legals told him he can't touch the button until he's gone through advanced button pressing at training center. Apparently he's channeling his frustration into tiny sticky screeds. Thanks to your efforts, we now have 3 new coffee makers from Jeb's company. Well, maybe not entirely new, but there is a bit of a junkyard taste. Ugh. I have a bet with other department heads to see who can brew the strongest coffee. The winner gets a new office appliance. If I win, I'm getting a 4th coffee maker with all the works. Exciting times, Director. When you're ready, come by for your next mission. I know I'll see you sooner or later. The jokes. Right. So we've got 62 science to spend now. Right, environment survey. Scanner module, your vessel will be able to gather more detailed reports from all over the Kerbala system, which will translate to even more delicious blue science points. We'll have that. We'll have lights. Specialized decoupling. Ooh, that looks good. Light aviation. Not really interested in aviation. Large solar panels and a rechargeable battery. We'll have it. Right, buoyancy test. Vessel recovery team wants you to run some splashdown tests. Are the pods really airtight? Pods are meant to sink, but then again, they aren't meant to explode either. Probably best to get out there and see what happens. Land a pod in a body of water on Kerbin. I can do that. Orbit Kerbin. I can do that too. Greetings, Director. Funny, blah, blah, blah. So I guess you don't have to look at the mission briefing. It is just added. So as far as I'm aware, 75,000 meters is atmosphere. Maybe 80,000. Just to be sure. Okay. I know how to do an orbit, so that's good. Over and out. Right, let's build a bigger and better thing. Right. Utility. We don't really need the use of drogue chutes because we're not going to be landing anything too bad. Right, so where's the door? Is that the door? I don't want to block the door. So we've got a reaction wheel. Coupling, stack to coupler. We want thermal, we want a heat shield. Okay. We then want something to do science. We then want a couple of fuel tanks. Screw it, let's have one more. Let's have a swivel engine. Right, the ability to... So a large solar panel, that is just a standard. Okay. I'm going to put that on there. I'm going to put this on here. Makes it look a bit weird, but we're going to do it. So we got a battery. Right. So deployable antenna. Static antenna. Deployable. So the deployable... Okay. So this just stays there. Resources required 2.2 per second maximum. Well, I mean, we're going to generate as much as when we're transmitting, so a light bulb. light enabled. Advanced controls. Blink enabled. Oops. Not too bad, eh? Right, I mean, it wants me to land in the water. Gonna put these on the right way around this time. That's not straight. That's straight. Okay. I'm going to put those in the bottom. Do we have launch clamps yet? Did I not buy launch clamps? No, I didn't. Right. Okay. Oop. Them on there. Right, so engines fire first. Decoupler. Hopefully the solar panels don't rip off part way up. We got power, we got science. I think we're good to go. You have a part on board that can perform an experiment. You can perform these experiments and return them for science. However, you go somewhere new, run experiments if you want to learn about. Okay. Right. Okay. Environment symbols must be returned to KSC. I guess it collects them automatically. I guess. Right, pointing the right way this time. We're going to do our gravity turn at 10,000 meters. We're going to point directly this far. I mean, this somehow feels a little too easy. I don't remember it being this easy to get to space before. Right. So, we're out the atmosphere. Okay. So we're nearly at the apoapsis in about 1 minute or so. And then we're going to I don't think we're gonna have enough to reach orbit. Oh my god, look at that. Oh. We're dipping into the atmosphere. It needed just one extra tank of fuel. Question of questions. It's working. It is, yes. It's running better than it ever has. And the science update is really cool. So I'm pleased. So I'm collecting all of the observations, all of the samples and stuff. It seems a little, I was going to say easier. I suppose maybe because I know a bit more, because I've played through KSP 1 quite a lot. It just seems a bit easier to go higher. Right, we'll go around the other side of the bloke. But some of the key buy-ins and some of the shortcuts are a little different. So some of the controls in the VAB are a bit different. I don't know whether you can turn them back to classic mode or what, but some more data. More science. Unfortunately, because I've got I had hoped there would be like safe frames, so I'd be able to kind of push the UI from the top and the bottom. I'll check the options in a second, because you're missing all of the things that are along the bottom and the top of the screen. You're not missing much, but you're missing all of the heights and stuff. I don't know whether the UI is very customizable. But, I've got 151 Delta V. I only just made it to orbit. So, and I've got to land in the water. So I'm going to have to bring my periapsis down. Can I get some? There we go, got some sun. There we go. Make sure we're in the sunlight. Now I thought that if I EVA'd, I am too scared to let go at the moment. Research opportunity. do I have to let go? Right, crew observation. Oh, good. It's the same. It's the same jetpack controls. I'm not sure how to move around though to rotate. Okay. It's got a science thing on board, so there's a thing here which is collecting environmental science, which I believe is temperature stuff. So I'm not sure, it's got like a naught science here thing, but there's a value, a U value, I don't know what that's about. But we're going up the tech tree quite quickly. I did actually knock off one of my solar panels. And I think thankfully the heat simulation seems to be a bit more brutal. You can actually turn it up. There's a scaling factor, which is very, very cool. Right, okay. So we need to land in the water. I don't know how to pin these yet. Oh, it's right click. So we've got 150, so hopefully we can dip back into the atmosphere. We should be able to aero brake. I might as well bring it all the way down. Look, we could have landed back at the KSC. It'd be bloody sod's law that I land on here, won't it? Right, okay. Have we done everything? Have we done everything? We've got samples, we've got data. Because I think I'm going to detach. I didn't even use my lights. Because I don't actually know how to turn on my lights. There doesn't seem to be a lights button, as there was in the... Oh no, there it is. Maybe that's a bug. Funny, the lights... I had them switched on before I left the VAB. So I'm wondering why they're not working. Right, so the rocket's going to splash down, I know that. Time warp limited, or whatever. You do get spammed a lot with... Oh, I'm gonna land there, aren't I? Right. Let's get rid of that. Go retrograde. I want to deploy a bit earlier because I got scared last time. Okay. You can see the new heat effect as well. Which is kind of cool. Haven't even hit the atmosphere yet, and we're... One of the missions that we've got is to land in the sea. So... And normally in the KSP1 it would show you when you can actually deploy your parachute safely. Right, should be hitting the atmosphere anytime now. Oh, maybe not. Oh, here we go. I won't lie, the sounds actually make it quite scary. I'll tell you something I did do the other day. I watched... I told you. Landing on land. Pants. I watched a video from the Artemis 1 of it coming, a real-time footage of it going through re-entry. It's very interesting. It was 25 minutes long. And it's surprisingly how violent it is. At least we're going to get a sample from this place. Look at this, we're coming about down in the desert. There we go. Nice. So they had like a camera situated out one of the windows of the Artemis 1, and it was pointing kind of backwards towards where you'd see all the heat trails and things, and you can see all kinds of debris coming off the ablator, which is kind of scary when you kind of think about it. but it was very, very interesting. So we got 178 science. You can't see the little label, but it is there. Tells you how much science you've got. But I like that the biomes are very distinct and very, I don't know, it's very Earth-like, I suppose. Coming down at a nice 6 meters per second, so it's going to go whack, bonk. There we go. Right, Valentina, we're going to I like the little animations as well. You watch when she does a surface sample. Isn't that cool? So a couple of surface samples. Can she take her helmet off? No, she can't. Okay. Right. I don't like that these options in the menu are very, very similar. I mean, you can actually stop. You don't have to have revert on, but I had it on just to be, because I'm a noob. Let's recover the vessel. Go back to KSC. Right, mission control. So, orbit Kerbin. We didn't do that. Establish an orbit around Kerbin with an apoapsis of less than 300 and a periapsis of greater than 70. We didn't do that. We need more fuel. So we're going to put some more fuel on the rocket. Give ourselves a bit more leeway, and we still need to land back in the sea. So, but we got quite a lot of science from that. 306 to be exact. So we can pretty much max out most of this. So we can get some solid rocket boosters now. Let's get that, because that I want some launch claps. And it would be nice to get those. Trusses I'm not interested in yet. Payloads I'm not really interested in. Cargo bays. What's that? Designed to perform the same experiment data. That's a Science Junior. A Science Junior. So that's extra small. That's for probes then. Basic docking. Ooh. Right, we'll get some solid rocket boosters. We'll get those. Get some struts. We've got some monoprop. Long range probes, we don't need that yet because I'm not going to do anything with probes for the time being. unlanding stuff. What's this? Extra monoprop. Cases, tiny engines. I've not got enough of that yet. Might as well get that. $41 left. Right, we're going to make a 3-stage rocket now. So zoom in and out. Right mouse button is move around. Middle mouse button up and down. Which is cool. So, right. I didn't save my last one. I can't. It doesn't really make a difference. So, we want parachute. I did put a battery on the last one, didn't I? Bowie. Heat shield. Stack decoupler. Science. Well, I mean, payloads. Where's the control one? Control. Reaction wheels. We're just going to put lights on it so we can see the damn thing. Okay, right. Fuel. You want quite a bit. 2, 3. Engineer report. We'll stick with this swivels for now. Thruster weight of 1.7. I think that will be alright. A decouple arm. Stack, separate, or decoupler? What's the difference? Don't know, don't care. Right, so we got 1, 2, and 3. 1, 2, 3. And 4. Swivel. We're gonna have radial decouplers. Can't remember which way round the thing is. I think we're going sideways. Solid rocket booster. Did I put it on right? I did. Good. Nipples. Gotta have the nipples. We're gonna have some. I'm not used to these controls yet. We can have some solar panels. We're going to have a communication device. And I think that's it. So I'm going to move this down like so. We can also now have launch clamps if you put them on straight, that is. So solids with the launch clamps with the engine. Decouple that. Decouple and start the engine. Decouple parachute. Trip planner. Right. We're not going to bop. So launch. So low orbit 3,400. I suppose that's the only way to see about. So 4,700 Delta V. That should be enough to get to orbit and then come back, shouldn't it? That leaves us like 1,000 left over to deorbit the thing. Okay, so we've got communication, we've got science, we don't really need RCS yet. But we're going to need to adjust our orbit to be 300 one side and 70 the other. So I'm going to have to track that. But I think we've got everything. What's that? A launch enhancer. Right, deploy settings. Okay, I'm just going to boost it to 2,000 just to be sure. Okay, I think the text is very bloody small. I don't know if it's readable for you on the screen, but it's bloody small for me. So thruster weight of 2, thruster weight of 1.1, only just. But we should be able to save some on the way up because of the solids. But 2.2 from launch, that's pretty good. So we're going to call this the Woodee Kerbin Orbiter. Is it orbiter or orbiter? Mark 1. I'm so glad they got rid of all the work. Oh, I was going to say got rid of all the work-based shite. We're just going to disregard all the works-based stuff. Okay. Oh, it does start at where you put it. I just put it all the way up there. Okay. I would kind of like to actually make that go away. Never mind. Right. So there's no science for that. Right, we're going to take it down to 50% roll. 60-ish. Well, we're going off like a scolded dog. Gravity turn! No, 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 no! I turned too early. We need more height before we do that. I mean, we can do like a slight gravity turn now, like they do in real life. Although, when I release the engines, they're gonna clatter with the. Oof. No, wrong way. There we go. Throttle up. Oh. I remember this happened last time. I'm dragging dead weight up to orbit now. We're gonna have to not use those. It doesn't seem to have decoupled. There we go. But the shroud is trapped over the engine for some reason. Right. Yes, 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 yes. It's not the right time to be telling me how to do that. Okay. Required Delta V 900. Oh, we've got plenty. It doesn't actually have a maneuver node. Which is weird. Yeah, I think that's okay. So, we've got... We're now in orbit, which is cool. I'm going to go around the other side of the planet, so I've got some light. Get rid of these things. Now, there was supposed to be like a mission tracker. There we go. Orbit curving. Blah, 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 blah. Buoyancy test. We know that. But there was supposed to be... Okay, I don't know why my resource manager has gone and won't come back. That's the resource manager. I made that thing disappear. But that's not my mission. My mission was to orbit. Can I go back to the mission control? Oh, I did pass that mission. Okay. There you are, the Maximum Magnet of Scientific Study. You did amazing. Thank you very much. We had a watch party to celebrate. It was an exact replica of your vessel made out of cake. It was surprisingly flammable. You might have noticed that a new set of missions are now available. You see if the main missions are canon. These contracts are adventurous spin-offs. Some of these challenges bring in more science. Others exist to keep our part manufacturers happy. We can't afford to turn anyone away. You know this. The first space program on Kerbin, right? Now that you've conquered orbit, it's time to visit the nearest neighbour with the Mun. Come back here when you're ready to go. Right, so we're going to track that mission. We're going to track that mission. I think I probably would have done that already because I've got a Science Junior attached, I think. Spacewalking. EVA while in Kerbin orbit. I can do that too. Right, control. See how quick it is? It's very quick. I don't know where my thing has gone. I had like a thing to tell me how much of stuff I had. I don't know where it is. So I do have a Science Junior. What do you mean it's out of fuel? Okay. Not sure what it means by out of fuel though. Because I have fuel here. Maybe that's just an error. Definitely got fuel. Okay. Well, I suppose that would mean I'd need to come back down and do that. And I mean, I've got the rocket to do it, but we've got to come down in the sea. So, what I'm gonna do is. We've got more than enough Delta V. I don't know why I haven't got a manoeuvre node. Oh no, there you go. It's hiding from me. Let's warp to the manoeuvre. We just get inundated with notifications. Right, okay. Let's burn in 20 seconds. Ten seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Aloha Edra.
Just going to make sure that we do land in the sea. We're definitely going to land in the sea. Right, so I suppose we've got to say goodbye to our rocket. Have I done everything? There we go. Bye-bye, rocket. It's nice knowing you. Not sure what that sound bug is all about. Well, we're definitely going to land in the sea. Definitely. I suppose it might have been good to have the environmental thing attached, so it could have collected temperatures and things. What is that? Interesting. So it could have collected temperatures from re-entry. Well, I guess it's safe to deploy. Flashing things trying to get my attention. I think there should be like a more progressive speed change with the parachutes. I don't think it should slow you down. Like it feels like it's too quick. I mean, the going from standstill to launching still seems a bit too instant. There's a kind of an inertia shift. So you got this static rocket, and it should kind of not go from 0 to 60 at a million miles an hour. There should be like a gradual lift off the ground. That's what I've always struggled with. I did find that someone had modded KSP1, which had like a more of a gradual lift off. So it is physically possible. Whether or not just like stock parts and things just are too much. There we go. So I don't believe I need to get a water sample. There we go. Right, R&D Centre. I got 116 science out. Oh no, don't need to go to Science Centre. I need to go to Mission Control. Get my results. So we did that. You floated. You kind of looked like an ice cube in a big old cup of coffee. Luckily our vessels don't melt. Well, at least not in water. Our recovery team was out there in full force today. Boats, helicopters, free swimming with floaties. You'd think they'd realise it's faster to use the boat than doggy paddle a vessel back to KSC. I think they just wanted to swim, honestly. Ta-da! Nice, I have some good news and some less good news. The good news is that our environmental footprint is small. Our recycling is paying off. The less good news is that we found traces of radioactivity around our bathrooms. Either radioactive waste is getting flushed or someone needs a doctor. We've had another talk with the R&D team after throwing things away in a correctly coloured bin. In the meantime, they recommended limiting your hand washing time in the R&D laboratory to 10 seconds or less. Excellent work. Strutco was very impressed by how easy it was to leave the safety of the vessel. So much so that we've cancelled their EVO's strut program. The company rep told us it would be a crime to inhibit such beautiful recklessness. Honestly, I think our demonstration made them question their career choices. Still think there's something to the idea of connecting the astronaut to their vehicle. I wish there were some other way to do it than with a rigid tube of aluminium. Oh well. Thanks, science. Right, so the next mission, establish an orbit around Mun with an apoapsis of less than 2,400 kilometers and a periapsis greater than 660. We can do that. I'm not sure how. Right, okay, long-range probes, not yet. Mun landing, not yet. Tiny engines, not really. That's 80, we won't have enough for that. So long-range probes, not really interested in. Or research and miniaturization. I think I can do it with the stuff I've got. So that should be 200. I'm going to research that and that. Okay, so let's go back to the VAB. See, this is what I don't like about the workspace thing. Is that the one I just launched? No, it was that one I just launched. Right, is this the 2-stage? I believe it is. Right. To go a round trip around the Mun. I don't want to go to the surface. So 3,400 plus 900, which is 4,000. 300. Another 300. That's 4,600. Okay, I need about 6. So at the moment, oh yeah, what I wanted to see if there's options, interface, vessel labels, UI scale. Can we boost the UI scale? Accessibility. Subtitle text, large? Pretty much running it full blast. Right, let's skip the launch sequence, we don't need that anymore. Heat enabled, heat scaling, part overheating. I'll revert. Okay. Right, now where do I see... So this vehicle has got 4,700 delta V. I reckon I need about 6,000 to get to the moon and back. So... we could add 4 solids. That gives us less delta V. No, it's just recalculated it. We've now got 5,000. Right, we are definitely going to need more fuel in that stage. We're going to take off this stacked coupler because that fucked us. We're going to have that one because that seems to work. What you can do with this is actually add onto other stuff, which is kind of cool. Oh, I've got a different fuel tank, 4.5. I'd maybe like to replace my fuel tanks with... But does it make a difference? 2.250 and double that. No, it doesn't really make a difference. But we'll bear that in mind for future creation. Still not used to these controls. Right, so I've got less delta V. I'm falling into the same trap of adding too much fuel too soon. Launch clamps. So that gives me 4... I had 5,000 earlier when I didn't add that extra fuel. Gives us slightly more. I mean, the only other alternative is having the Reliant as the launch engine. I mean, it doesn't have a lot of maneuverability, so we're gonna have to be very careful when we turn. Launch clamps. solids. I seem to have got less delta V than I did have. Now that I've put a different engine on it. What? What? Max thrust. ISPA is 335 in a vacuum. I mean, that is more efficient in a vacuum. I don't know whether it's worth using that as our I mean, this is... Let's try and... Let's try doing it this way. Oh, you motherfucker. Can I control Z? I can. Yeah. Well, that's slightly more delta V. I want to be able to run this engine longer though. I suppose it's a pity I've not got fuel lines. I could do my asparagus staging. Okay. I don't know what their reasoning for the workspace stuff was. You know, why not just keep it as it normally was, just saving single ships? It makes it less complicated. Right, okay. I mean, I've got the option to have a stack bicoupler there, so I could have 2 engines on the bottom of that fuel tank, so I might be able to take more. So if I... Oh, it's doing this thing again. So if I took that, put it on the bottom, or try and put it on the bottom. So that means it's got more power. So I should be able to carry a little more fuel. So that's all the engines. Decouple. Then we've got that engine. Okay, that makes more sense. Somehow, I've got 7,000 Delta V. I'm not sure how to make this go away though. I made it expand, but I can't make it piss off. Do we have any lights on this thing? We're off to the moon. I don't know where my resources have gone. I think we're making good progress. the engines down a little. Right, we're in upper atmosphere already. That's the good thing, you can pause it, but you can't make a maneuver node while the game's paused. That's not fair. Doodle 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 doo. Problem is I can't get to my maneuver because there's a fucking tooltip in the way. What the fuck? Get out the way! I can't get to my maneuver. What are you doing in the way? It's frustrating things like that.
아츠 알고 있나?
I don't know what that is doing, or how I even made that stick there, but that's in the way of everything. What's all these? Well, I fucked my maneuver up. What? I thought I was already there. Right, I think we need to do our gravity turn earlier to get across earlier. And this is still open. So there's a few things which are still buggy in this. Oh, my vessel resources are back. I don't know when they disappeared. I don't know what happened there. So I'm not sure. Oh, of course it's burning faster because it's got two engines on it. I see now. trying to be more efficient with my engines. I don't know if it is gaining speed. I don't want it to gain speed too fast. What I really struggle with is getting my launches right. Oh. The wrong engine ran out. I still had fuel in the other one. I mean, the UI is still getting in the way. That's 1000 delta V. Am I going to have enough for orbital transfer? For some reason, my window for science is now I can't get hold of it because it's off the screen. I think they've got a few things to work out, don't you? So I've got 1000 to do a Mun flyby. Okay, right. So we're going to create a maneuver. Which way do we need to do? We need to change the inclination. And the problem is, I can't see my inclination. Only the maneuver inclination.
아트 알보이나.
Should have done it manually. Right, okay, got 1,000. I reckon if we... Now, it's a little confusing, but we've got a free return trajectory. But do we need to get? We need to get a Mun orbit. That's the thing, and I don't have enough Delta V to do it. I mean. See, it gives me right, that's what I wanted. It's a little fiddly. And all these UI elements that are overlapping each other and stuff. The maneuver node should be the most important thing. Well, that is a Mun flyby, but I don't think if that's 800 to capture the Mun. Is that really enough? Okay. We may have to start thinking about putting up a refueling station. Because I'm just so bad at this.
Aloha Edra.
Well, we've got a Mun encounter. We've got a Mun impact. So what's our mission? Between 2,460. Right, so we want to use as less fuel as possible. This is going to be close if we could do it. But I mean, here's... I can't grab hold of... I can't grab hold of the science thing. Because it's off the screen. Collecting all the science whilst I do this. I'm only going to burn for 1 second. I suppose that the music doesn't help. It's so bloody tense.
Atsu are going up.
Right. It's at 70. We just need to get a very, very, very loose orbit. So 2,400 kilometers. So we need to retrograde. What I am gonna do is, before I get there, we're gonna EVA. He's got magnetic boots. That's a new one. Right, so we are retrograde. I don't know why I can't get my... I can't get this back from the top of the screen. I can make the window bigger, but I can't get it from... What if I change it to windowed again? No, that doesn't do it. Okay. Done it. Right, now this is going to be the... I've got 141 delta V to get back. I don't think I'm going to do it. Because you've got to escape that way, haven't you? Is there a way... Just wondering whether it's going to orient itself. So that this is going to be facing back there, so I can use as less fuel as possible. Right. So. Right. So that doesn't take too much delta V to just escape the mun. Fine. But to deorbit that... Oh, it's because it's going to be over there. Oh. Okay. Did not think of that. It's the tiniest of burns.
Aroha Edra.
Right. So we're going to escape. Which is good. So we've got 8 and 10. Do we have enough fuel to get home? Suppose we're gonna find out. That's a no. We don't. And when we get a slingshot of the mun, bring us closer, but we just don't have enough. We get within 1.8. I knew it was risky. I should have stayed around the mine so I could have gone and collected her. Right, I'm gonna do, or try. I mean, I had hoped it could give us a free return to trajectory, but once it bounces off the moon, it's... Because we're gonna end up escaping Kerbin. I don't think I can do it with the fuel I've got. I think I've just got to go back to the drawing board. And I can't get my science window back. Right, okay. So let's have a look at research and development. How much fuel? I got 21. I mean, what is the significance of doing something with a probe? I mean, I've got a science. Oh, I haven't got a science junior. Okay. I mean, there's nothing I can do with a probe apart from just go into high orbit and get science, but there's no real point. What we could do is go land at another biome and grab some surface science, because that's always good. What I might do is I'm gonna take that off. Gives us less delta V. But I want to be able to, so we've got some lights. That's the Science Junior. Gonna move that onto the Science Junior. Not sure why it's not snapping to the... That doesn't make any sense. We're going to decouple after that. We're going to take that off. We're going to re-enter. I mean, the stabilization thing we don't need. Decouple. Why is that? That seems a little bit of a... Okay, so we're gonna decouple that. I want to be able to get back in the vehicle, so I'm gonna put a ladder on there. I mean, it's a lot. Okay, so 5 engines, decouple. We're definitely going to get to another biome. Okay. I mean, we should be able to get some science from a different biome. Which will help. I think. If it works that way, anyway. I mean, we're definitely going to get to orbit. And this, I have no idea why it won't disappear. It just won't go away. It's stuck. Right, do I EVA? And run an experiment. Well, it says I can do it. No fucking clue. Whatever. Seems a bit overkill for what we're gonna do, but
ございます。
Should have gone up there. Really? I'm aiming over here somewhere. Because we saved some fuel on the way up, it's all looking good. Right, can I... I know it's on a crashing trajectory. Still got quite a lot of fuel. I mean, we could even change... the inclination, because we've got the fuel to do it. I think next time I might actually try and go up there. Got oodles of fuel. Seems the lights are a bit buggy. They won't turn on. The lights are broken. And I mean, this keeps flashing at me. Well, what's it flashing at me for? I don't entirely know. So in theory, that's our torque thing. just gonna have to get rid of this engine. I think the steps are probably gonna cause a problem. See, I thought that it might give a temperature reading whilst going through the atmosphere, but gonna land on a mountain, looks like. Gonna land with lots of trees. What I might do is run over to that rock. That was a pretty heavy bloody landing. I mean, I was hoping that it would roll. Come on, come on. There we go. There we go. What have you found? much science, but so it was a rock. I wonder if she can do anything with it. Run, Valentina, run! Yeah, rock over there. Next time we'll go to the North Pole. It's not a rock. Thought it was going to be something extra, maybe now. Run! Sure, I saw something flash up in the... Am I on the edge of a biome? It might just be a UI thing. Suppose the only other thing to do is maybe get a plane. So it's that, look. Oh, it's switching to, it just says atmosphere. I'm guessing because she comes off the ground sometimes. So, bringing along the Science Junior thing didn't get us what I hoped. And those stairs are fucking useless. Right. Okay. Recover a vessel. Nope. Recover a vessel. Cool. We didn't achieve anything. So, what we've got to do at some point is try and figure out how to build a more efficient rocket. It's either that or I'm just not being efficient enough to orbit. Yeah. We've got 49 science. We can't quite afford light aviation. So we're going to have to do another... I don't think I'm going to do it today. It's about 10 o'clock, so yeah. But look at all the stuff we got to think about. But there's no real problem, no real incentive to go do any probe stuff. But yeah. As expected, I'm struggling with the basics, but that's a given, really. Orbital mechanics is hard, yo. Orbital mechanics is hard. Right, what do I want to do? I wanted to go to that one, yeah. Right, so what's the date today? The date is it's the 19th. What we're going to be doing next few days, I've put on my schedule some sim racing that I'm doing, because the race control stuff has come back for R Factor 2. And we're going to be doing a few races. I'm also going to try and set up I want to do some fun races. You know, not taking the things too seriously, so trying out some wacky cars and track combinations. I found a track which has got snow, so we're going to have a go of that. So I thought I might set up some races on Christmas Eve. And also after Christmas as well. Just for people to kind of de-stress, you know. So we've got some streams coming up on Friday. I've got to fit work in between these things. So we're going to be taking on the minis at Monaco on the 22nd of December. Should be online at 2 p.m. if I've got my timings correct, and I'll be online for 8 p.m. as well. And then the Saturday, 23rd December, we are coming back and we're doing a classic Formula cars. So it's a vintage F1 cars, 1976, I think. I think it's the Brabham BT44 at Zandvoort. Again, we're doing the 2 p.m. session and the 8 p.m. session. And then Christmas Eve, we've got two races we're going to do, which is, I believe it's a GT500 car at Brands Hatch GP. Again, a 2 p.m. and an 8 p.m. For that too. And I probably will, if I get my things sorted, then I'll be online basically most of Christmas Eve. There is a Boxing Day one, which is stock cars at Le Mans. and that's at 8 p.m. I don't know if I'm going to be back for that, but I will try and see. And I'm also still wanting to plan to do something on New Year's Eve, because I normally do like a sim racing thing on New Year's Eve, but it would be nice for people to join me if they want. Usually I take a car and drive into the night at Le Mans in real time, which is always cool. But maybe somebody else got suggestions of what to do. Maybe we should go on to the Targa Florio and just ride into the night at Targa Florio. I don't know, or the Isle of Man or something like that. That might be kind of cool. So yeah, that's what we got upcoming. Let's see if anyone else has been streaming at Kerbal at all. Let's go raid Bishimoda. He's probably having a way better job at doing stuff in Kerbal than I am, because I suck. He knows his stuff. So we're going to go raid Bishimoda and say hello, because they were looking forward to Kerbal Space Program 2 as well. So yeah. So I'm going to be back on the 20... I can't remember what date it was now. 22nd? 23rd? 22nd. Something like that. So have a good rest of your evening. Let's go say hello to Bishimoda and yeah. Let's see how more successful he is at Kerbal Space Program. Maybe I can pick up some tips. But thanks for watching. I'll see you next time.